My name is Kelly Jasbeck, and I'm a professor here in the Department of Visual Arts at Western. We have an MFA, MA, and PhD program all in the same building. It's just a pleasure to going into their studios, talking about their interests, their artwork. We're often paired with students who have mutual interests. We have some amazing MA students who are also interested in things like curating, and for studio artists to be around thinkers like that, it's a real asset. Although it's a small, intimate program, I feel like it has a really large visibility because people are interested in what's happening. Open Studio is an event that happens once a year, usually later in the second semester. It's organized entirely by the grad students themselves, which is pretty amazing. So the MFAs and PhD students open up their studios, and then the MA students, in tandem with that, organize a graduate student conference that takes place over the same weekend. It's a really exciting time of year. This last year they had a free bus from Toronto that was full, and there were people driving in. The community comes out in full force. There's hundreds of people in the building. And then the students displaying their artworks get a chance to present themselves professionally and have a lot of people come and see what they're up to. So in addition to guests coming in on their own accord for Open Studios, we also have more formal invited guests, and both artists and critics, writers, art historians will come in for studio visits, public lectures, sometimes like a master class or a workshop kind of thing. You really have the opportunity to connect with these guests and visitors in a way that might be more challenging in other settings. You know, one of the favorite parts of my job for sure is that in-depth conversation that takes place over time. I think something that impresses people when they come is seeing the scale and ambition that our students are working on, because they simply have the space and time to develop work that's ambitious. In addition to having a large range of equipment, sculpture shop, printmaking studio, great computer lab, photography facilities, we also have room to book out for installations or to develop work. And the art lab, of course, which is a huge resource. It's this massive gallery space that students, again, can work really ambitiously. Our student, Lynette de Montreuil, was able to connect with a field station at Western, which is actually a plot of land where they grow food and various other plants for study. And so she was able to literally grow her art materials over the 2 years that she was here, and then her thesis show was made up of the work that she grew. I find that I'm surrounded by intelligent, engaged people who really want to talk about art in an in-depth way, and that's a real privilege and exciting part of my job.
My name is JUANITA LEE-GARCIA, and I'm a first-year MFA student at Western University. I think the graduate experience has been really fantastic in terms of the sources that were provided, the research opportunities that were provided. You know, we have a great space and facilities. Western has great funding, so that's been really amazing opportunity to be able to make art and have the time to make art and not sort of worry about those economic means. The university is so connected to the community of London that it makes for a really nice sort of close-knit community.
I'm a second-year PhD student. Western is one of only 2 schools right now that's actually offering a studio PhD. So it was a very simple choice in that regard, but also a place where I could actually stay and study for 4 years and create a project for 4 years, I thought was kind of a unique experience. When you look at the context of the faculty and how much support you have in terms of the teachers, how much kind of interest you get from them, it's actually been very positive. You do continue to have this kind of group of people that push you along, and I think that's very helpful. If you want to kind of contribute to an art scene rather than sit in the background. London's a city that I think is growing and you can actually kind of contribute to.
Hello, I'm SIMONE. I'm in my first year of the MFA program at Western University. When I was researching different schools for possible MFA programs that I could be a part of, I researched all the professors here at Western, and I was really interested in David Merritt's work and Kelly Jasbeck, and when I wrote my application, I mentioned them, And actually, when I was accepted to Western, Kelly Jasvac is my mentor, so I was ecstatic about that. And David Merritt, he called me on the phone to tell me I was accepted to Western, so it was almost like a perfect fit. I knew that it would be a lot of work and challenging, and it definitely has been, but it's also been very rewarding. They have a great wood shop, sculpture shop where I'm able to make my work. I have a great space of my personal studio where I can just come and work whenever I want. It's a great place.